Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another video for you guys. Today, I'm giving you guys my thoughts and my review on Mission Impossible 2, directed by John Woo, starring Tom Cruise. Who else is in this movie? There's a lot of people in this movie. Shit. Vin Rames, we got... it's a lot of people in this movie. A lot of people I don't remember their names. And yeah, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on this movie. This movie came out, I guess, 2002? Something like that, 2001, 2002. And yeah, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it. This is the one that most people do not like, and I can see why. I'm going to get into those things within the review. And yeah, this is the one that, you know, at this time, Tom Cruise was going a little off the ringer, if you can say, especially with this movie. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it. If you guys have been enjoying my Mission Impossible review series, please hit that like button, please subscribe for more, and let's get into this review, guys. Let's get it. Let's go. Like I said, this is Mission Impossible 2, directed by John Woo, starring Tom Cruise. And the story, the story of this movie is that there's this virus that's been invented called Chimera, and one of the main bad guys is trying to get the virus so he can spread it out to the world because he has the cure. And if he has the virus and he spread it out, you know, the cure that he has is will be worth a lot of money. So that's his evil plan. And also he was a IMF agent. He went rogue. And the whole thing is that Tom Cruise has to go in to infiltrate that whole scenario to get the Chimera and get the cure, you know. And he also has to get the bad guy, his ex-girlfriend, in also on the whole job. I can't think of the actress name, but she always gets confused with Zoe Saldana. I can't think of her name at the moment, but she has to also be a part of the team as well. And yeah, that's, you know, Tom Cruise has to be, you know, go on this mission and be Ethan Hunt and be Tom Cruise. And yeah, this movie, you could definitely tell, for one, it was directed by John Woo. A lot of slow-mo, a lot of meandering slow-mo at that, a lot of doves flying in this movie, a lot of over-the-top wire work and stuff like that, which obviously John Woo does a lot in his movies. And yeah, I think when this one, for one, Tom Cruise also produced it as well, and his goal was also he wanted different directors to come in to have different styles, different flavor to bring into the Mission Impossible franchise. But my thing about this is only the second movie, and they did not know what type of tone or what type of direction they had for the franchise at the time. And at this time, for one, we had movies like The Matrix, we had James Bond movies come out around this time, and you could definitely tell that those movies definitely influenced this movie. You got a lot of sunglasses, a lot of black leather jackets, guys on motorcycles, and then you got, you know, a lot of slow-mo, you know, car chases, and a lot of kung fu, you know, fighting styles, slow-mo stuff. And you could definitely tell that, yeah, it was definitely influenced by those movies. And that's one of my main problems with this movie, is that if you watch the first one, then going straight into this movie, it does not. For one, it doesn't feel like a Mission Impossible movie. It feels like a ripoff of a James Bond film. That's what it feels like, especially when it comes down to Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt. If you told me that this Ethan Hunt was the same Ethan Hunt from the first movie, no, this is a totally different character. He does not have the same type of, you know, angst and, you know, that same type of intensity that he had in the first movie. And obviously for that movie he was on the run. This one he's not more on the run. He has a more of an emotional connection with the whole mission. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about the romance in this movie. I really don't like it at all. I don't like that, you know, Ethan gets attached to, you know, one of his co-workers basically. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't buy the relationship at all. I don't think it's not they don't have good chemistry. It's just I don't think it needs to be in this movie. It doesn't need to work. It doesn't need to be in the movie for this story to work. And that also goes back to the villain and his plot. I don't care about anything that these characters are doing or what their motivations are. And I got to go back to the direction. I think John was great at the way he shoots things. I think this movie has fantastic cinematography. The 4K, I do have the 4K. the 4K looks amazing. It does. It looks really good for, especially for when it came out. And that's really all it has going for it. I don't really like the story. I think the acting is okay. I think Tom Cruise is okay. He just feels so disconnected from how he was in the first movie. And I love that they finally figure out what Ethan Hunt is in the later movies. But this one specifically is that I just think that they didn't know exactly what they had going into this movie. Another thing I have to question is, what's up with all the slow-mo? I know that's John Woo's his thing, but why does it have to be so much over the top slow-mo? Even on certain things where it doesn't need to be slow-mo, so over dramatic, scenes that get slow-mo for no apparent reason. And I know this is like another nitpick. I was watching it the other day, and oh my god, they used masks so much in this movie. Oh my god, a character takes off a mask probably like 6 or 7 times in this movie. I swear there's literally a mask reveal within a matter of a minute apart from each other. It's a nice little twist, and I'm gonna get into some spoilers. The scene where the bad guy accidentally kills his right hand man because Tom Cruise put his face on him, so it made him kill his own partner, and his mask revealed, and then Tom Cruise is running, and then he reveals, oh yeah, it's me. It's like, I like it, but it's just, why so much flip-floppy stuff? The movie feels longer than it's supposed to. I think the action sequences are very well spot on, but it's just, there's a point in the movie where it just feels like it drags. It's worse than the first movie. Like within that second act, it just feels like it drags. Vin Rames is back in this movie as Luther, and he's really giving nothing to do. Like he's been like that in the other movies where he's just a guy in the van. But in this movie, they could have replaced him with anybody else. He really didn't need to be there. I think all the other side characters are okay. They're okay in this movie. Like I said, the only thing that got going for it is, certain action sequences are pretty cool. I think the third act is really spot on. Now, obviously, you get the money shot with him on the motorcycle driving through fire and doing, front wheelies and just shooting out, things and stuff like that. It's pretty badass. If you told me this was a different action movie and it wasn't a Mission Impossible movie, this movie would be okay. But the fact that it's a Mission Impossible movie, it just doesn't work. Especially if you watch this as one, two, like watch them all at once. It just doesn't work. At least for me, it doesn't. I got to talk about the music. Hans Zimmer did the score for this movie, and I do like the music. The music is pretty good in this movie. But yeah, this movie has a lot of issues, and it's the second one. So if you guys watch this as a franchise, you get it out real quick, and then you get into the good stuff. Like I think this movie right here was just the definition of, we're trying to figure out what the tone is, and they just had to figure it out. Like I said, this movie just feels like an over-the-top James Bond movie. There's a scene where Tom Cruise is chasing after the girl, and they're in a car, and they're like just chasing after each other. And then I'm watching, it's like, why would Ethan do this? This makes no sense at all. And like, it just doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't. I don't know, man. It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I just had to go ahead and give my thoughts. Anthony Hopkins shows up in this movie just to be there. Like, it's funny, he's in the trailer. He's make it feel like he's a main character, but he's only in the opening scene, and then he never shows up again, if I'm not mistaken. I thought the villain was very mediocre. I didn't care about what he was doing or what his motivation was. I thought Tom Cruise was decent in the movie. I love that I love that he's doing his own stunts. And he's doing everything on camera. All the stuff with him on the motorcycle is awesome. It's badass. I think the fight choreography is good. It's just weird that all of a sudden Tom Cruise knows how to do kung fu out of nowhere. It's just pretty hilarious. But yeah, I was ready to get this one out the way. Like, I was ready to watch this just to get it out the way. Like I said, the cinematography looks spot on. The action sequences are really good, but the story and the characters, you just do not care. Brendan Gleeson also shows up in the movie as well. And he's another character that he's there. He's a big name. He's there, but it's just like, I don't know why he's there. Why should we care at all? But yeah, overall, like I said, the action sequences are good, the cinematography look good, but the writing, the story, the relationships, I do not care at all. Like, you know, I just want to see the action, and when the action does show up, it's pretty badass. So yeah, those are just my thoughts on Mission Impossible 2. If you guys have seen Mission Impossible 2, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. If you guys don't like it, let me know, you know, your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I said, I thought it's an okay action movie. It's not terrible, but in the Mission Impossible franchise, it's definitely the worst one. This is definitely the worst one out of all the bunch. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this review, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. More Mission Impossible reviews will be coming in the near future. Hope you guys are ready for that as well. So ready to get into the good stuff. Like I said, once 3 on, it's chef's kiss, man. All these movies just get better and better and better and better going on, which is very a testament that this franchise, I love that they just keep getting better and better and better and better. I'm so ready to talk about the rest of this franchise. So yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. And I'm on this one, you guys. Peace out.